It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Lions and the Titans. And it comes your way next.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Herndon. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
St. Brown motioning left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Herndon. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Hitchcock.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 63 yards.
And the Titans have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Tennessee score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Herndon.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And trying to get that to Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield.
But it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Herndon. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got it complete to Gibbs. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return. He's covered up quickly, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive.
perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play that time for the Titans. And even 60 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Go.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
Looking to throw. Hitchcock. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Back to throw. Hitchcock. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Herndon.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
Operating from the gun.
Herndon. This to Laporta, right side.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to give that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hitchcock. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
Still 2nd down.
Off play action. Herndon. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hitchcock. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Off the play fake. Hitchcock. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football. And this.
After review of the play.
Let's go.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On now is Ty Zentner to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Operating from the gun, Hitchcock. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll get to him right away at the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Okay, ready?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Go!
Looking to throw. Hitchcock. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hitchcock. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Hitchcock. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. They'll go with a keeper. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd and 9 now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Hitchcock. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Hitchcock. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1. Back to throw again. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Ready? Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
Up the middle they go. It's Miles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Set go.
Operating from the gun, Hitchcock. He finds his man, complete. It's Miles. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, Miles. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go!
Operating from the gun, Hitchcock. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Herndon. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Operating from the gun. Herndon. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man. It's Williams. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle.
Clifford. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herndon.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Reload! Reload! Ready! Hut.
On 3rd down, Blanton. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Herndon in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Kirby Joseph.
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Looking to throw. Herndon.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're going to sack him again, the 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
Taking it about the 16. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a give right side. It's Miles, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Miles, and he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So out now come the Lions.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Herndon.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the This drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense set to go again. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock.
They'll run on 1st down. Blanton, and he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Up the middle they go. Blanton.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now a handoff up the middle. Blanton, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So here come the Lions now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
They'll look to throw again.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Down inside the 10.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
41 yards.
And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Fancy footwork at midfield. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On first down, Blanton. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Blanton.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Blanton. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a handoff up the middle. Blanton. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game.